I don't remember what the night sky was like when my dog got skunked. So my wife and I have this absolutely beautiful little wishbone dog. And he is friends with everybody. His name is Paul. He's a southern dog. We adopted him from Mississippi, and he loves everybody. If he was here with me right now, he wouldn't be up here on the stage. He'd be out saying hello to each and every one of you because he loves making friends, and he is just the sweetest dog ever. So every evening before Jen and I go to bed, we let Paul out, and he does his jobby job. And so I let Paul out, and he's out there. And when I let him back in, I see that he's frothing at the mouth. And I'm like, oh my God, did he eat something poisonous? Is he okay? And I'm like, it's 10:30 at night, and oh man, like it was a Friday night, and I'm like, what vet is going to be open to take care of him? And I was just tired, and I didn't want to have to deal with it. So anyway, my wife was upstairs taking a shower, and she yells downstairs. She said, Nick, what is that smell? And I hadn't even noticed the smell because I was so worried that he ate something, and then it hit me. Satan had farted in our house. It's one thing, like, you're going down the road and you smell roadkill and you're like, this is a little off. It's another thing when the roadkill invades your house with its anal glands or whatever a skunk decides to thrust out at you. I mean, it's as if you had an industrial size oven full of garlic cloves and you burned it 2 hours too long, mixed with sewer gas that, is exploding in New York City. And again, a satanic spell that is now in our little tiny row home. So my wife, Jen, comes downstairs. She has a towel wrapped around her because she was in the middle of a shower. And she sees that he has this yellow liquid beside his face. And I hadn't even noticed it at first. And I was like, oh my goodness, he got skunked. And that's the thing, like, you don't really, we didn't even know, is the skunk, when it sprays its junk, the skunk junk, it's this sticky yellow stuff. And so Jen, she grabs Paul, our little wishbone dog, takes him upstairs in the shower, and so it gets on her, and she's like, wah, wah, and then she starts crying. Jen's just crying. She's like, Nick, she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do either. I've never dealt with anything like a skunk. I don't know. And so, like, I'm like this husband, this, like, bumbling husband, the guy in I Love Lucy who bumbles around. And so then I go downstairs, and, like, the folk remedy is that you grab a bottle of tomato juice, right? And so I go down to our kitchen, and I, like, look through the cabinets, and I'm not seeing any tomato juice. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this is going to be horrible. Like, what do we do? And so, like, I'm looking through, opening up our cabinets, and I find, like, this top shelf, very nice, like, premium Chef Boyardee brand. I don't know what it was, like Viatelli's or something, some, fancy Italian name. And so I take this fancy bottle, pop it open, take it upstairs. She dumps the whole thing on him. Jen's just bawling. And I'm thinking to myself, like, she's lost it. I don't say that because I'm newly married and I've learned that those are inside thoughts. So anyway, Jen is just crying. She said, Nick, you should call my mom. So the reason she said call her mom is she's a veterinarian. And so thank goodness, my mother-in-law picks up and I said, Kay, Paul just got skunked. What do we do? And she calmly refers me to the Penn State agricultural resource page. And she said, look up their page on skunks and you'll find more information there. I said, thank you. So I'm there, like, fumbling with my phone, and, my wife is bawling, the water's running. And Jen's like, what does it say? And so I said, hang on, babe, hang on. And so I scroll down to the bottom, and what they tell you to do, and this is so for all of you to know, this is the scientific way, not the folk remedy, to get rid of the smell. What you're supposed to do is before you even take the dog out into the shower, you mix together a solution of baking soda and hydrogen peroxide and Dawn dish detergent. So the hydrogen peroxide and the baking soda, they oxidize and they neutralize the odor. And then when you leave that paste on there with the Dawn dish detergent, it washes it off. So even though Paul was wet, we still did that. And then it washed everything off. He still smelled. The downstairs still smelled absolutely horrific. And by the next morning, everything still stunk. And I had plans to go to work out. So I went to work out with my buddy Mike. And Mike was saying, he was like, I had some garlic last night, like a juice cleanse with some of the garlic. He said, that just really must have been, coming out of me today. And I said, I think that's probably me. And I don't want to tell Mike this, and I'm very embarrassed that I stink. And so finally I work up the nerve and I say, Mike, my dog got skunk last night. I think I'm the one that smells like garlic. He said, I still love you, man. Thank you very much.